Hi, today I want to show you an electric salamander from Royal Catering. So I prepared a sample dish. It's a simple vegetable overbake with some mozzarella cheese. So the device is already on and nice and warm. So let me just adjust the heating element to get it done quicker, and let's see the device in detail. Alright, first of all, what it's for. An electric salamander is one of the most common things seen in the commercial kitchen. It is very useful, very versatile, and I probably had it in every single kitchen I worked at. So what it does, it's basically overbaking dishes. You are finishing your dishes in it. It will probably sit somewhere near the window, so when you have something that you want to heat up really quickly or overbake with cheese, like some toast or vegetables in my case, you would just do it in this one. So some technicalities out of the way. The device works with 2800 watts, so it is really powerful. In order to install it, all you have to do is just plug it in. It has a normal plug-in. You just plug it in a normal wall socket and you're ready to go. Of course, there's a couple of things to it. There's lots of models, lots of different possibilities. This particular one has an adjustable height of the heating element. There's only one heating element on the bottom. As you can see, like if you come up close, the heating element goes from left to right to the whole length of the device, or the width. Underneath you have a grid. Of course, you can take the grid off, and well, I've seen places where they put food directly on the grid in order to cook it, bake it, roast it, and so on. Underneath you have a drip tray, and this is actually a nice feature because it is adjustable. So by unscrewing these two bolts on the side, I already loosened them up just in order to save some time. That should work now. You can either take it out completely for cleaning after service, or you can adjust it and put it where you actually need it. So it can be slightly outwards. Alright, so a couple of tips to this device. Well, first of all, this device will probably operate on constant through the whole day. You'll just keep the heat on low. Talking about the heat, you can adjust the heat between 50 and 300 degrees. It goes steplessly, so once you turn it on, it goes through 3 levels steplessly from 50 to 300 degrees. So you have to sort of figure it out by yourself. Well, you're the chef, you're the expert. It won't take long to figure it out. What temperatures you need and what level to keep it on. And just remember, salamanders in general are not very precise devices, all right? They just blast as much heat as possible at once. So they do the job as quickly as possible. So back to controls. So there's only 2 indicator lights. The one indicates the power is on, and the heat indicator indicates that the heating element is working at the moment. Of course, you see the light flashing. In order to keep the temperature inside, it will turn the heating element on and off. As you can see, there's no timer, and once you close down the shelf, just like so, well, you have to control what's happening inside. Alright, I've got some questions of the internet. People are asking how to clean the device. Well, in order to clean the device, it's all stainless steel. So it's easy to clean and maintain. You can scrub it and rub it. Of course, don't use any really scouring or abrasive detergents, because you may scratch the surface and that won't look good. Unless you have a closed kitchen, then it really doesn't matter. But the best way to clean it is to prevent dirt to accumulate. And I've seen people, and I've done it personally myself as well, I just lay out the bottom tray and the grid with some aluminium foil. This will protect it because it blasts heat all the day. Everything that drips down would eventually dry out and burn into the surface. So I always lay out some aluminium foil. This will catch most of the drippings. And well, afterwards you just take it out and the device is not so hard to be cleaned. And next question, whether the device is also heating from the bottom. Well, it isn't. Most of the salamanders, they only have heat from above. Why is it called a salamander? Well, now that's well, there's different stories to that. First of all, I've heard a story that a salamander, a lizard, is sitting on a rock and it's, bathing in the sun, so that's why it's called a salamander. I don't know whether to trust it or not. Well, I just keep on telling the story. All right, what can you do inside? Well, as I said before, you can do melts, you can do toast, you can overbake dishes. I used to do duck legs, sous vide duck legs in it, so I already had them at the right temperature. And in order to get this really nice crispy skin on a duck leg, I just popped it in a salamander, gave it a bit of extra heat on top to get that nice crispy skin. I did shakshukas, with an egg inside. So the only limit is your imagination, really. But it's not really an oven. It's just to finish up dishes or to heat them up. There's another question, whether you can use the lift while the device is operating. Absolutely yes, that's what it's for. So you'd keep the device running the whole day, and when you pop something inside, you just adjust the height in order to speed things up or just slow them down. All right, so I reckon my vegetables are nearly done. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, I reckon they're perfect, nice and golden brown. The cheese is already melted. It literally took a couple of minutes. So that's what the device is for. All right, I hope I answered all the questions for you. I thank you guys very much for watching, and I see you next time.